Hola, it's Samantha, aka Mexican Chili. Welcome back to my channel. So you guys do not be fooled. My waist does not look this small. It's just a product of waist training. I mean, I have the faja on, so that's not how it looks. But anyway, let's get on to the actual topic of this video, which is plants. My plant babies. As you guys know, I am a plant mom. We all know being a plant mom is on trend, or you know, just a lot more popular because we are mainly staying in our homes and we are practicing self-care, we are practicing self-reflection, we are bettering ourselves, and plants help us in that regard. They help us see that if you care for something and you take care of it and you nurture it, it grows the same way that your plant grows, you grow. And then I just think it's so magical and precious when you get a new leaf and you know, all kinds of stuff. It's therapeutic, definitely therapeutic. Anytime that I have any hardship or any dilemma, answer is go buy a plant. And let's just say it's not 100% healthy of a habit to have. I do have a cousin who is also very addicted to buying plants, probably more than me. Every time that I hit her with some post on Instagram about a plant, she's just like, oh, I just bought 2 more. So I'm like, dude, where are you gonna put all the plants at, you know? But I'm gonna show you guys my plants as I have another addition to my family, and I'm just gonna probably, I don't know, tengo antojo, like I'm craving 2 more specific plants that I want that I will tell you guys once I get them. But then again, I don't know, we will see. So basically, as far as the watering goes, let's just talk about plants. Like if you're here and you don't want to talk about plants, then maybe this is not the video for you, because I just want to talk about plants to my friends. So that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about watering that I do, what kind of plants do I have. I'll show you guys where I have them, X, Y, and Z. So basically, every time that I go pick up a new plant, I make sure that I Google and I look up and I ask the people in charge of the place. Honestly, I don't even rely too much on the people there, because I have gotten like kind of bad information, because sometimes you're just on the job and you don't know much and you still give an answer or whatever the case is. So I just like to do my own research to ensure that my plant babies are going to be okay. And so I just always look up the plants. I always like to look up low maintenance or easier to take care of plants, easy care plants, because I am a starter mom. I think it's been like maybe 2 months. Always look up the plants that are easy care plants, because I don't want them to suffer under my care. You guys, I've had 1 plant casualty. I did make a video about trying to save my caladium. I probably shouldn't have tried to keep her inside. I see people keep caladiums inside. I probably was not the right window. I'm not sure. I relocated her. I bought her a humidifier. I tried my best. I repotted her. I tried to do what I could to save her. But fortunately, caladiums are seasonal. And so I am going to save her pod and try to revive her next summer, or whatever the case is, because right now I just feel like it's too late for that and she's going to pass away again. I don't know, you guys. Comment down below your condolences about Mars. I love Mars so much. Caladiums have beautiful foliage. It's like pink, it's colorful, it's extravagant. I was just so obsessed with her, and unfortunately she slipped out of my hands. And it, honestly, like, I do care for my plants, so it was pretty sad for me to have to see that happen to her. But yeah, let's just continue. Like, let's lighten the mood and see my babies who are here and who are well. Okay, so first and foremost, like caladiums, I heard calatheas are not very easy to take care of, but I've had my calathea for about maybe like 3-4 weeks, and so far so good. I did have like a dead leaf at the bottom, but let me show you guys her, okay? Plant time! Who else is excited for plant time? Because I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so this right here is Pluto. And Pluto is a calathea, and this leaf at the bottom is not happy at all, so she's probably on her way out. But everything else is good. Like, all the rest of the leaves are good and thriving. Look how pretty this is, so velvety. They nicknamed them as prayer plants because during the day they like droop down, and then at night they pray and they go up like this, which is super cool. I maybe should try to time lapse them, but I just haven't done it yet. Basically, my brother got my mom a calathea because she saw mine and she wanted one. So this is Guadalupe because my mom's name is Maria Guadalupe, but I confiscated Guadalupe. She's like on top of my crystals right now. Like, this is not her temporary pot, nor her, you know, she's just here on a, like, literally. Okay, you guys, let me tell you guys. So basically, my mom's room is like towards the back of the house and it's super dark, and so I already knew it was a bad idea to get her a plant that isn't that low light tolerant. Like, this, from what I hear, they don't need like too much light, but they still need some type of light. And there's literally rooms and those type of places that if you live or your room is in a low light condition, make sure you only get low light type of plants, because she was looking like sad, like super sad. Like, right now obviously she's drooping because it's the daytime and stuff like that, but you guys, she was looking crazy. And my brother was like, hey, can you come check on the plant? Like, I'm worried about it. So I go in there and I was like, look, I'm the plant care services of this house and I'm confiscating this plant because you are not taking care of it. And my mom was just like, ay, mi plantita. Like, she just, and to this day she will come in here and she'll be like, oh yeah, like, she's just here temporary. And I'm like, she's been here for like 2 weeks, lady. Like, and you haven't even watered her for 2 weeks. I've been taking care of Guadalupe all by myself, and according to my mom, Guadalupe is still hers. She didn't even name her, it's her plantita, but we named her Guadalupe after her mom, which is my mom. Okay, so moving on from the calatheas, we are going on to this little section. She's fake. She's one of my fake things that I bought before I transitioned into real plants, you know. So we also have my dumb cane here, and like I said last time, she's toxic. Her name is Jupiter, but I love her regardless. And look at this, soil is looking pretty dry. I'm gonna go over the order that I water them in right now. This is new, you guys. So she's a lemon lime philodendron, and I just always confuse philodendrons for pothos, or at least I have in the past. I'm becoming better at it. But initially I thought she might be a neon pothos because she's so bright, but no, she's a lemon lime philodendron, and I love her, and she's new. And she is also going to get some water today. And then we also have my beautiful big golden pothos. Her name is Venus. She is getting water today. Okay, you guys, look at her. She's one of my favorites. Yes, you can have plant baby favorites. She's doing pretty good. She's gotten pretty big since I got her, so that's super exciting. Over here we have a fake plant. Those are my 2 fake plants before I got real plants, you guys, so forgive me. But here is Mercury, and she's a string of hearts, and she's such a little tiny baby cutie. Let me zoom in. She's such a cutie, and look at all these little growths on the top that she's getting. They were not there before, so she's liking it right here in her little corner. And just for reference, I do have a window up here, which I don't know, I think I try to investigate, but I think that's like east, I don't know. But this one, I'm not trying to show you guys the outside of my window, but this one is a west facing window, and it's very strong type of sunlight during the afternoon. So right now they're just chilling in here. Actually, she's probably my favorite, you guys. I'm letting it in front. That's my baby Luna, and she is my Monstera Deliciosa, and she actually has her 2 first fenestrated leaves, and I'm waiting on them. At first I only saw this one, right, because you could see it straight up, but then this one I was like peeping it, and look, you guys, oh my god, if you guys have a monstera that doesn't have fenestrations yet and you're like anxiously waiting, it will happen. Another thing is, since she was my first plant and I knew nothing about monsteras, and I just seen that some of them have the slits in them and some of them don't, you guys, make sure that you know that they don't. I thought they would split once they're open, like these big ones. Look how big these are. But no, they are born with those cuts, so you will see if it's gonna fenestrate or not, you know. Like, you can't be out here thinking that it's gonna cut up after the fact, because it's not, that I know of. Comment down below if you're gonna correct me on that, but that I know of, no. And then up here on top of my clothes rack is our little Solecito. Solecito is a Brazil philodendron, and she's just super cute because she has the two-tone leaves. Oh, it's not zooming in. Okay, two-tone leaves. It's not focusing on me. And then these are bigger ones, and she's just moving everywhere. I want to eventually hang her, but right now I just haven't figured it out, and thus far, like, I know I'm eventually running out of space to put my plants in. So as far as the watering goes, I do understand that there are some apps that I don't use. I don't use apps to keep track of it because I kind of have a rhythm and I can kind of remember which days I watered who. And since I have them in like a couple categories, which is the calatheas and the small pot plants are on a different schedule than the pothos and the philodendrons and the monsteras, the tropical stuff. Because the tropical stuff, sometimes I put them by the window, so depending on the sun exposure is how much you're gonna be watering the plants. And every time that you're gonna water the plants, you make sure that you do like a moisture check on the soil, which is like you stick your finger into the soil, and if it's still moist, then it could still go without watering. I typically, depending on how hot the weather is, if I put them out by the window, my pothos, my philodendrons, all my tropical greens and stuff like that is like 1 to 2 times a week. And then the calatheas are almost like once every like maybe like 9 days or so, just because I feel like bottom leaf for Pluto was acting up. I think that was from over watering it. And I also, let me put this aside real quick. Thing, you guys, that might help you with your calatheas if you have them, is that they prefer distilled water. So I just got this for like $1 or something like that from Walmart, and this is the water that I use to water specifically the calatheas with, because apparently their soil is very, what's that thing called, sensitive to like a buildup of minerals or salt in their soil. So apparently they prefer distilled water. This past time that I watered them was with distilled water, so I'm hoping that I see a difference and that they're happier because I'm using the distilled water. And then the rest of the plants, sometimes I use purified water to water them, but since I've been throwing them in the shower or washing them by the sink, I've just been using that because I like that I get to wash their foliage at the same time. And then las dejo estilando, or like I let them kind of just chill like around the sink or around the shower, just because they can let all of the water drain out, like the excess water drain out, because you don't want your roots to get rotten and you don't want to cause any type of fungus or anything like that with the plants and stuff. So today I'm on the schedule of watering my pothos and green stuff, so I'm gonna take you guys with me to the restroom. Okay, let's go. So I basically just water them through until the water starts coming down right here, and then I let them just like hang out around the bathtub. Al agua, pato. This makes me happy, you guys. Qué hermosa está mi ma. You guys, I know you guys talk to your plants too, so I thought it was a safe space. Son delicadas. So basically just water them until I see like some water coming through there to ensure that they're watered through. And I also like to get like the leaves wet and everything. I actually just wiped down all of my plants, which is something that I wanted you guys to keep in mind too. that you have to wipe down the leaves every so often, like the dust and all that stuff that might be getting on top of them, because they don't like that stuff on them. They don't like having the dust on their leaves and stuff like that. Which, you know, after the water hits the leaves, it kind of like dries up, so I'm probably gonna have to end up wiping their leaves. But the calatheas I watered yesterday and wiped their leaves, so like they're good for like a good couple, like 8 or 9 more days. But then I just keep like monitor them and just make sure, just check on the soil. Sometimes some days are hotter, and depending on the size of the pot too, these little ones, for sure I water more often, like twice a week, because it only can maintain so much soil in there and all of that. But yeah, this is how my children be looking. Anyway, you guys, so I went ahead and watered my babies in front of you guys and talked to plants with you guys for a little bit. Let me know if you guys enjoy these type of videos. I'm probably gonna get a couple more plants, so stay tuned for that. I can make more plant videos once that occurs. And then let me know any questions you might have down below about the plants that I do have. I forgot to mention that I do have a humidifier that I turn on for the calatheas, and I got that from Amazon. So look up any of your plants that might require more humidity, and you can get a humidifier for the low. I believe mine was like $20. So yeah, you guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification so that you can get notified every time I upload. And se cuidan. Thank you. Bye.